partying. Mel had a,
Mel's
you
in a
know,
whole
when.
party right now.
All right, let's see. What's up, y'all? This is the live at the Porpentine Q&A lounge.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, why can't we see our names on this thing? Let's see. I'll fix it up. But anyways, we some folks are maybe going to start trickling in after watching tonight's presentation of Live at the Porpentine, which if you haven't watched it, you can make your reservation by going to our website, iscla.org/live at the Porpentine, and check that out. Look at this squad. I was gonna say that those when there's the Oscars and it's like the presidential ball or like the governor's ball or like what is it, like a brand of a liquor they have. That's what Mal's having right now.
Yeah, Mel is living right now.
Oh, cool, Mel.
Mel is the star of the show.
Mel is the star of the show. Mel is ready for his close-up. Mel is having a party.
Mel is having a whole party. Oh, yeah.
Here.
Where is Mel? Mel's like, like the Erica.
Mel is moving around. Erica!
Hey!
Hey, boo-boo!
What's up?
Hello. That's the secret lady.
Mel's having a party, and
Okay.
Mel gets under her skirt like nobody's business.
invitations were sent out, but he ate them all.
Oh my god, hold on, you guys. I'm trying to get my life together here. Okay.
I see in the chat my dad is hyped to have emojis again. Yes, hi, Dad.
Hello.
Hello.
Mel is just walking around. Mel is just living right now.
Mel's like checking in. It's like, you good, man? You know the drink? You good? Good. That's good. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep the party going. Hello.
There you go. Hi, everyone. This is Mel support team here. Hi. A wonderful show.
There we go.
Great show, folks.
Thank you so much.
Mel, when you bring up
Oh, McCullough, that's you.
Why'd you do that?
Why did you do that?
With it. No question.
Oh, I think
Here,
I think this might be someone that is a troll. But let me check. Oh no, it's Dr.
Oh, it's David.
Oh, it's Dr. King.
Thought someone was
Dr.
hacking
Pin,
into
actually.
our live stream.
Hello.
Here we go.
David.
What's going on? Mel's having a party, David. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Mel's the only one here having a whole party.
We're gonna actually let me
Mel was very funny.
blast that. Mel.
Yeah.
Mel's support team. Say hi, Mel. Now Mel's team. It's got Mel's agent, Mel's press. His lawyers are there. Managers.
His personal assistant.
His personal assistant.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Mel is a star. Mel needs a full team.
Yes. We know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think
how you doing?
Get him some candy. Somebody get this man some candy.
All right, just sort of
Red vines.
kind of going crazy over here, sort of trying to plug everything in. So we had to stream it out of the garage. Crazy sync issues last night.
Yeah.
So we just we had to literally just stream it off the computer. So it's not a world that I love, having to deal with all that stuff.
Yeah. It looked great. This was my first night watching it all the way through. It was amazing. It was fantastic. I was like, ooh, let me see all of what it's like, the animation. The
animation was amazing.
Awesome.
That was really cool. That was really cool. So you're Mal's having a whole party. Like there's a lot of people at
That
Mal's
is a lot of people in there.
which is really cool, exciting.
Well, there's a
Karen,
sign here, and it says, "You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you."
Yeah,
Yeah, David.
yeah, we're live.
You
Yeah,
have to be
David,
careful.
we're live.
Oh, I have to be careful what I say then, don't I? Sorry.
I have wine. Is that
Yes.
It's all
kosher?
good.
Okay, cool.
I've got a bottle of vodka here.
That's a little mixing thing.
Yeah.
Clink clink.
Yeah.
So y'all are-
Yeah.
Who did the animation, David?
Hi,
You know who
Mel.
did the animation?
Gina Bernardini.
Dika! Hi, Dika.
Gina Bernardini is a young lady who's recently graduated, and she studied animation, and she's working with Michael Labash. Who's there was a for a while I was teaching Shakespearean acting to the Disney animators, or whoever of the Disney animators and folks at Disney Studios that wanted to take my class, and Michael was one of them, and we became good friends. And so when we were doing this, I asked Michael if he would sort of give me some advice about how to do this, and we just really got into it. And he's working on another project, and Gina was working on that, and he persuaded her that it would be a good thing to do. And she actually has, you know, I mean, she's only like 22 or something, but she's got a real feel for that sort of 50s, like early 60s style animation, and she just really sort of took to it, and it was, you know, a lot more than we originally envisaged. I don't know if you remember, Erica, when we were filming that bit, I was like, yeah, there might be some pictures of you or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out. And Gina and Michael really, you know, just made it something. So it was great.
Wow.
It was awesome. It was very, like you said, Pink Panther-y. Like I felt the vibes of that.
Yeah. When did you watch it, Erica?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm streaming it. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
it's
streaming
so
it
good.
later. I couldn't watch it tonight, but I was able to pop in for this and then have to go back to something else. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. So I'm going in blind.
Oh, that's great. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, all your stuff is cut. Sorry about that.
yeah.
Oh, dang it. I can just speak on the trailer then.
Mel's got the munchies. What has Mel been eating, Amelia?
Dad!
That's Mel. Mel's right there.
Mel is at the moment having some beer and popcorn. No beer. Popcorn and red vines. Yes.
Oh, right. Oh, Mel is really
And
eating
chips.
right now.
He loves the chips.
Yeah, he was like watching his figure until the movie was over. So you know.
Oh my God.
There he's Mel, right there.
Ooh, let me see Mel.
What did that Mel's party think of Mel's performance?
He's ready for his close up. David,
Oh my
he's ready for his close up. Woo! Mel. Way to go.
Mel, what was it like working with everybody?
Questions for Mel? No
Three.
questions for Mel?
Who was your favorite scene partner?
All right! Yay!
Mel ate my costume first scene. Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, Mel. Mel having a whole moment. Yes.
There's a question
We'll
that,
mute ourselves now.
Oh,
On Kitty.
Sorry about that. That's what happens when you invite a goat to the movie.
what Scott was asking, what was Mel like? What was he really like? Mel's a really very, very sweet, cool dude.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
really easygoing, and yeah, he was great. He's a natural actor, I think, and he was, you know, it was he was because he had to work with a whole bunch of different people, and he was, I don't think there was anyone he didn't really like. My daughter was looking after him a couple of days, and they got on really well. No, he was really. I mean, he's really funny, and we really wanted to give Mel a voice. The first time we screened it, we had the sound mix, really wasn't done, and it still isn't finished. But Mel we hadn't put any of Mel's bleats in, and it was really that second or third screening that suddenly Mel just sort of came to life, because
I remember
the sound guy would have a microphone to get Mel to bleat, or not just to kind of sort of follow him and see when he bleated. So we had a sort of a cache of Mel talking that we could then sort of. He's got a very expressive voice.
He was there the first day of shooting. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Mel started before I did.
There's a Mel scene that will eventually go into it. That's a bit like in Marvel movies when there's that scene after the credits. So there's a scene of Mel being reunited with all his friends.
Yes.
Amelia's farm, and I sat in the goat pen with Mel, and in the script it says that Mel's reunited with all his family, but I don't know if it's normally like this, but on the day Mel's family, really didn't care for him that much, because I guess because he'd been away making a movie, they were kind of like, oh, you got airs and graces, and
he's total diva.
I like butted him a little bit, and he came over and he was sitting with me, and I was like, no, Mel, go to your family. he just preferred to be with me.
Aww. Yes, exactly. It's true. He loves you, and you do speak Mel, and he did take direction very well from you. I have back-scenes footage of you giving him direction and him following it in the rose eating scene. So that's always good.
I can't believe how much you like roses. I mean, it was
always eating the roses.
Yeah, we didn't know he loved the roses he ate that you saw in there. We didn't know if he would eat them.
David, there's a question. Who wrote all the gorgeous music and lovely lyrics?
Well, that was me. That was me saving money.
Yes. So good.
And being talented.
Yes.
No, it was really fun to do that. That was actually the first part of the project for me, was coming up with the songs. Because we knew we had to get them all recorded before we filmed anything. Or we worked with demo versions. It was we didn't actually finish them until about a week ago. But Erica and I met, and we recorded these demos that we would have to work with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun. I learned so much doing it, because before the pandemic, I just had I could make voice memo recordings on my iPhone, and that was about it. And then because of the pandemic, we're all locked inside. I put some recording gear in a little booth in my garage, and I learned a little bit about recording music, which was really fun.
I think one song is available, right, for people to download. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's one.
When they register.
The one that doesn't really get used all that much in the film, and it's on the credits at the moment. You'll Never Be the Same. So that's up on SoundCloud, and we could probably put a link in for that. If there's is there a chat?
Yeah, I can actually pop up the link.
And then eventually, we'll put them all up somewhere. But I had a great time doing all that, and
yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah, and Erica, and I love working with Erica. And Erica, she was in our first musical, Red Barn.
Yeah.
And, you think that she sings and stuff? Well, you think she does musical stuff all the time, which is apparently I'm the only person who ever asks her to sing.
David, you're the only person that asks me to sing. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I would not. I don't know that I would have sung in my time in LA. So super grateful, because that was so fun.
Well, you sound fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Other than that, it's like the shower in the car. That's kind of it.
Wow.
So it's so fun.
Oh, there's the link. Yeah.
It's a long link, but SoundCloud, it's on the Independent Shakespeare page on SoundCloud if it makes it easier. You'll never be the same.
Yeah. And Indie Shakes also put it in the YouTube chat. So you can go
Oh, there you go. There you go.
as a hyperlink. Yeah.
Amazing.
What was it? I guess what was it like? We shot this 2021. Was it? I know for me it was my first thing first thing like project to do during the pandemic. Was it? What about y'all?
Yeah, it was the first on-camera project. I think there was some other work with putting staging a play on a stage, but this was in terms of like a film, definitely the first thing.
Yeah, for me, it was the first like feature-length film that I had really done. I had done a short film during the pandemic that was shot at my house that was directed by Tanya, who was in the film. And we used like this app on our iPhone to film it, and everything was delivered remotely. So it was very different. But this was my first time sharing space with everyone again, and going through all of the like COVID safety and getting tested, and then like working together. And that was really beautiful. And we did it over the course of a whole month. So it was really nice to just be in process with everyone and to be working on a story together again. That was really special. That was the first time in a long time that I was able to do that.
It was so
cool.
I got to do Romeo and Juliet, but I only had 2 scene partners in the whole time. So it was just me and David, and then me and Nikhil. So this is like the first thing back, and like seeing people and like being just near people, and we hit like a very specific time in the.
That was really funny.
It was hilarious.
Sorry. We're gonna sign off.
Oh, I got
Oh wait.
You just wanted to say goodbye.
I love you, Mel.
Mel, say goodbye to everybody. Say bye-bye. Bye. He's Yay, Mel. All right, don't forget, David, my wise words when we first met. I said, well, of course you should hire Mel. He's the goat. He's one of them.
Go.
He said, are you Mel's agent? I said, no, I'm Mel's mom. But
Momager.
Thank you. Thanks for the great opportunity. Mel had a great time. He loves you guys. He misses you. Would love to see you soon. Bye, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Bye, Mel.
All right, guys. How do we get out of
How do we get up?
Go. But yeah, so I got to do R&J, and that was very fun because I didn't know what other people sounded like or were doing or at all. We all filmed on separate days, and like I was in there my whole 3-4 days by myself or with Nikhil or with David, and then that was it. That was it. And then I was like, oh, it was like a fun surprise. I was like, Aisha's my mom. And Richard's my dad. Like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was really cool too. And like William also helped edit that. He and Nikhil edited that. And William was still in school in New York. So it got real global. First ISC film, and then David was like, let's go bigger, and then we did. Look at us now.
Let's go bigger.
Yes. So.
Well, William and all of his friends are at Pauline's house in Eagle Rock. I don't know if they're watching this now, but they were. I just left them. They were all having a bit of a party and watching it on a screen in the backyard. It was really fun.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Hello, you guys, if you're watching.
Comment if you're
Paul
watching.
William, he's been absolutely amazing on this. And 2 nights ago, we did sound mix. You know, everything. It was like hard to pull everything together, and it was all a bit last minute. But we started at 10 o'clock in the morning. We went through till 3 in the morning. William and Harry, the sound editor, they just pushed through. We just had to get it done. So it was just incredible stamina those guys have.
Yeah.
I believe I'm supposed to demonstrate how to do a cocktail. Is that something that is that on your agenda, Javi? Or
No, that's awesome. That's great.
It is now, David.
It is now.
Are they?
He said it is now.
oh, shall I do it now?
Oh, we can do it.
Yeah, David.
I don't know how long this thing goes to.
Oh,
I'm just going to remind those that are watching, if you want to, have a question for us, if you watch the film, you could put it in the comment section. We've lost Erica. Oh, she just stepped out. Put it in the comment section, and we will bring it up and we can talk about it. Or if you haven't watched it, you can watch it. It goes all the way to March 20th.
There's going to be on demand, I think, for a few weeks after that, and then
okay.
Then it's going to be at the Cannes Film Festival.
We're going to France.
Oh yeah,
we're going to France.
Announcement got accepted to Cannes.
It's already won the Palme d'Or.
Whoa, this far in advance? That's amazing.
We won the Palme d'Or, but then Mel ate the Palme d'Or, and we got disinvited.
It's an Oscar contender, folks.
Yeah.
We are really dope in
this year's Oscars, actually, that are happening, I think, very soon.
Exactly.
It was good. I mean, it's fun times.
So we made a signature cocktail for Live at the Porpentine called the Chain Reaction. Do you remember?
It was at the screenings. It was the signature.
Yeah, the Chain Reaction.
Oh yes, it's the Pop Rocks one.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to start with these Pop Rocks, okay?
They're so good.
They're so good.
Hold on, I'm going to get another plate. Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on.
Okay.
Peas and carrots, watermelon.
I was told to never have Pop Rocks with soda, and that's like the first thing we did that day.
No, that drink is honestly.
No, this is a plate.
Oh.
Thank you. Yes, David.
You need 2
Love
plates.
it. Oh. Ooh. Very interestingly placed plates.
And they call these stardust, I think, in the UK. So you put them on your plate. It's all over my computer now.
Stardust? That's what you call Pop
Hold on, I just got to shake the Pop Rocks off my laptop.
What's going on right now? It's like starts chopping it up.
Right. Oh Lord. Oh yes, ISC. Yes. Oh boy.
Plate, you're going to take a little bit of something sticky.
Oh.
Okay.
It's simple syrup. I don't have any simple syrup, so I'm going to use a little bit of this triple sec.
Okay. Something sticky, something
like triple sec. You're going to take your cocktail glass and then just put it in the, just wet your rim
like a margarita.
Like a margarita. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a margarita, and instead of margarita salt, you're putting Pop Rocks on.
Yes.
So this kind of, you can hear. Can you hear that?
Oh, it looks good.
Beautiful, yeah.
And then, so take a cocktail shaker and some ice.
So you just had conveniently there. I love it.
And then a little bit of vodka.
From where? Just kidding.
Well, this is from.
Is there a preferred vodka, David?
Austria. This is potato vodka.
Oh.
David, how did you measure it?
Yeah.
Because you just poured until you're
David, there should be some sort of measurement for the.
You pour like some vodka in there. I don't know how much. I mean.
1,000, 2, 1,000, 5, 1,000.
Yeah.
It's like Dromio. Dromio just dumped the vodka.
Yeah, literally.
Well, my grandmother, when she said, David, would you make me a gin and tonic? And I go, oh yes, okay. And I pour the gin. She goes, and then I do the tonics. You go. So you put a few ounces of vodka, and then probably like an ounce or so of triple sec in there, and then a little bit of cranberry juice.
Oh,
Okay.
I
All right.
remember that.
And then some Rose's lime. I'm miming that because I don't have any.
Great.
Rose's lime.
Rose's lime juice.
Oh,
Lime juice. Okay.
You know, rose the stuff the sweetened lime juice that comes in a green bottle.
Mhm.
Oh,
This
Yeah,
no, it comes in a clear bottle. It's green. It's in the bottle. It looks green.
Okay, got it.
And then you
Yeah.
shake. It's basically a cosmopolitan with pop rocks. Okay. You
He
shake
does
it.
have a strong core.
Oh, I don't have the top of the shaker, but so I have to do it. No, here we go. I'm destroying Melissa's desk here. So you pour it into the glass.
That's a great
Satisfying
idea.
sound.
poor
Yeah.
Tiffany.
And then.
And then you
oh,
Oh, that looks good.
garnish it with a cherry.
I wish I would have ordered that instead of a strawberry shake. I had like
Take a
20
sip, David. Take a sip.
You know what? This is for under 25s. We're gonna put this to the side.
David, under 25.
It's alcohol for kiddies.
Okay.
Oh,
I
Melissa.
loved it. I thought it was delicious. I know. Melissa's like, please.
Poor Melissa.
I think the ISC website should have a menus tab.
Yeah.
We should have
Yeah.
a list of all of our show cocktails.
That's true. There have been a lot of show cocktails and recipes, and like, there's a lot that.
We should have an ISC cookbook.
Mm.
Ooh, next
Cool.
next fundraising thing. ISC.
Yeah, an
I got
ISC
it.
cookbook.
We're opening up a restaurant next year.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what we should do is have a calendar of a cookbook, and David is posing with each of the items.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would buy that.
Yep.
The calendar, almost like a firefighter calendar.
Yes.
It's just
Oh.
David with
But it's just
costumes.
David with
the
different
meal.
cocktails
And David in
snacks
different
according to the
costumes.
show, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. I love
Like
that.
a
December can be
David.
Dickens.
A pinch David.
Yes. Yes.
Can add smoking bishop. Yeah, we could do that.
Cool.
Actually,
Yeah,
an
that-
audience member who once a year will make smoking bishop for us at Christmas Carol. Smoking bishop is a type of punch that Scrooge talks about at the end.
Yeah.
We have a question from Scott. It says, all the performances were so great. David, did you have to do anything different to direct for the film than when directing for the studio or the park?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I had to remain calm and not shout at people as much.
David, you don't shout at
You really
us,
don't.
really.
That's why I'm like, you're very mellow, David.
I feel like David's version of shouting is like, guys.
Like same exact tone, voice look down, like
guys. Yeah, that's
No, I'm sorry, David. Please answer the
shouting.
question. I'm so sorry.
Well, I think that my technique for directing theatre is to not do any preparation, and to sort of because I really want to try and create as much as possible with the people I'm collaborating with. All right, thanks, Melissa.
Melissa coming in with the comments.
I try to collaborate with people as much as possible in the room to make the show together, rather than to come in and impose
Right.
some kind of pre-conceptual things. Although you have to do a certain amount of that, but really to make the play happen with the people in the room and to be led by the actors rather than to try and force them to do to fulfill my vision. But I think a film is very different in that it really does depend on the director having a strong vision. Tom Stoppard puts it really nicely because he says when he what's the difference in writing for film as opposed to writing for the stage, and he said in the theater the director serves me, on film I serve the director. So I think that in a film the director kind of is the prime creator, and we've really tried to make our shows in our ISC shows, the opposite of that, where the director isn't the prime creator. It's really about the ensemble.
Mm-hmm.
But that can't really, given the time constraints and everything, I think it's obviously it's possible to work with that like that as a film director, but not certainly not in this way. With when you just have 4 weeks to make it and a relatively small budget, so it involved a lot more organization on my part, which I'm not good at, and a lot more sort of planning. So knowing, right ahead of, planning on things, before you get into anything, you've got to do a schedule and know what every day is going to look like. Luckily we didn't have to do any days of reshoots. There were sort of maybe 1 or 2 instances where we didn't quite get everything in one day, and we managed on another day to pick up that scene. But we never went so horribly off schedule that any of that became a problem. So between myself and Carrie and Melissa and the whole production crew, we had to work together to plan everything, and that was really helpful working with William, who I think one day is going to be a very fine movie director himself, and he knows more about movie making than I do, so I could really rely on him to be doing the shot lists, to take more of a creative lead in the shot lists in a way that I think a lot of other movie directors probably would be much more proprietorial about. But he and I developed a very good rhythm for working together. So and I did rely on him an awful lot, and Harry doing the sound, and so I was lucky. I had great people to work with, and they're very motivated to make it all happen. So.
Yeah, David, I think you and William made such a great team, and it really helped to have you two at the helm set the tone and the pace and the way that we all ended up working, because you guys kind of at the, manning the ship made it so much fun and easier for the rest of us to just show up and do our fun bits. You guys were great.
It's nice to hear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
William, and I mean, I'm slightly older than William. But we do actually share a similar sense of humor, so it was good. I could, I knew sort of comedically, we're definitely on the same page.
Right.
So it was quite nice that I could often, if I wasn't sure about something, I could defer to his judgment on it, and it was really cool. Especially when it came to the edit as well, because that's he did all the editing, and often there's a separate, usually there's a separate editor. And I think editing comedy is really hard, because you've got to have the comedic sensibility, and you've got to rely. I really wanted in this to be able to rely on the actors and the performances rather than the editing to tell you where to laugh and stuff like that. I think a lot of modern editing in comedies is directing you to show you where it's funny, and I think that William was great and that he laid off that and allowed the performances really to lead it.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, yeah, it's really seeing it today and seeing the final edit and final cut. It's so beautiful just to look at, like the cinematography. It's a really beautiful film to look at.
I can't believe it. It's so much more than I imagined it would ever be. It was, originally we were making this because we didn't know whether we would be able to perform in the summer because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we would, I think we all were very proud of the work that we'd done on Romeo and Juliet the year before, and we wanted to do something that was, in the same vein, but maybe a little bit more ambitious, seeing as we had more time to plan it. But so as we got into filming it, it was like, oh no, we're going to be able to do the show in the park live, but we just kept doing it just in case that didn't happen. And But as we realized that we weren't going to have to sort of scramble to get it ready, we got sort of slightly more ambitious about what we were doing, and what was originally supposed to be a kind of video project became morphed into this. Well, if you're going to have one camera, wouldn't it be easy if you had three?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Catherine.
Stuff like that. And like the costume design, I think I was hoping that Anne would pull some costumes together that we could just organize ourselves every day, but she was there every day doing it, and
making last minute changes, building things on the day. I mean, just above and beyond.
Anne and Ruby with the crafty.
Oh, yeah, every day.
And I think crafty. Sort of key element to it, because the costumes are like they're a character of their own in a way. Yeah. And she so clearly got the vision of it. But not only that, on the first day or so, she saw that I was sort of struggling to not only direct this, but get everyone's Thai food order, or whether we're going to Hugo's Tacos. Hugo's Tacos,
classic
tacos in Northeast LA. Hugo'sTacos.com.
They should sponsor us.
They really should, because ISC, like the ISC ensemble, gives Hugo's a lot of business whenever we're at this.
Yeah, so I think we had that our first shoot at the park.
Yeah, just
Hugo's Tacos, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be bad. We're gonna have Hugo's every night, but I was like, I'm down. But
then Anne was like, I could go to Costco and we could actually get everybody, and they could have a nice lunch and everything. Plus, no one, you don't have to lose people, and we'll save time, and everyone will be happy. And so her and Ruby, ran this amazing craft services thing, which was just
they'd make pancakes or waffles in the morning.
Pancakes, waffles, like really good. I'll never forget Javi. I'll never forget that they made like these sandwiches, and Javi was like, "Man, is this like In-N-Out? Like this?"
It was a bagel sandwich.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not gonna eat that. Just probably gonna go in. It's like, no, have it. It was amazing, like avocado on it, mustard. When I bit into it, I was like, this is In-N-Out. What are you talking about?
We really got to say it was such a great time, and I felt like we were really taken care of, and we had so much fun, and there was so much to enjoy every day, and every day was a little bit different, and it was just so everyone was just there to really be together and put this project together, and it was, I don't know, I had the best time. You guys, it was so fun. I still think about it. I miss it.
Yeah. Looking back on it, like especially this week, looking back, because I was like, I need to share it. I need to like help and promote and get people to watch. And I was like, oh my God, this was such a magical, amazing month.
Yeah.
Like looking back and looking through like all of just the moments we had and the way that we came together, and all the people from ISC past that I had heard so much about that I didn't get to meet before, that I got to connect with and share season. Yeah, like you, Erica. Like it was amazing.
Yeah.
It really did feel like a melding of eras in a way, of sort of all coming together. And I remember I had a really emotional moment when, for example, Andre Martin showed up to set for that one day. And Andre is like a staple of ISC, at least in my experience, and watching them on stage even before, getting to be a part of the company, and then having Andre there and Louis there. Oh my God. I mean, I was losing and Dave, it was like Andre, Louis, David, watching these kind of like titans of summer Shakespeare in LA all in one place, along with myself. And then, and you guys, and just seeing kind of just the growth and the expansion and this kind of like kaleidoscope of people that have all been just historically so important and such a big part of ISC. It was just so cool. We were all just there for a summer. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah. Felt like summer camp again.
And
actually the first, I was looking back, so I don't know, Facebook brought a pop-up, like, like those memories. And it was like the memory of our first our first day shooting at the park, and then I went back a couple years, and the same day, which is usually like, I think it was June 3rd, June 4th, is usually the first day of rehearsal for
Right.
the festival. And so I was like, oh my god, like everything, like as Erica was mentioning, like old and new, like we were doing, we
Yeah.
got to film in Charlie Chaplin studios,
Right.
like using a lot of like inspiration from these films that we grew up watching, or
Right.
things that actors from the top, silent films that inspired us, being at the park shooting. How many locations were shot just in the studio, David?
God,
Like-
I don't know. I mean, probably about 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's-
it's a lot shot in
and
the
the
Yeah, we
park
had to-
was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I Carrie and I built most of the sets.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And shifting between the sets too in such a short period of time, between like the area where we had our dining room to
So would
shifting
be in the jail. Yeah.
jail. Yeah, like the hallway where we have like our dressing rooms and using that, and then like
Yeah.
dressing the dressing room as the closet for the closet scene. Like we really, the kitchen, the
The
outdoor
interrogation
area.
room becoming the cabaret, like becoming the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yep.
Porpentine,
Oh,
literally.
what? Literally, it felt like from one day to the next. I remember I came in and I was like, what?
The
is
bar that
The
was
bar.
we still have in the studio.
The bar's still there. Yeah, the bar's
That's
really
still
useful,
been
actually.
very useful in the studio.
Very useful.
Very useful.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think I have to get going here in a few minutes, but congratulations, everyone. I can't wait. I wasn't able to see it tonight, but I have scheduled when I'm going to see it, and I'm, going to sign up and see it, but I'm behind, so don't hate me. But I'm so excited. I've gotten to see snippets when we've, been recording, and it looks so great, and I'm just so honored to be with you guys, and I miss you all. And have a great time. If you guys keep chatting, have a great time. I love you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Great work.
Erica.
Bye, you guys. Bye.
Bye. Well,
I have a question, a very pertinent question for
Oh.
Jaime Moreno.
Yeah.
How many milkshakes did you have to drink?
Yeah, let's
You know
talk
what's
about
crazy is that, so there's the scene, there's the scene where I walk in with you guys asking for the money, and I drink the cup. Remember the cup of water?
Yeah.
So that day, I think I drank, I don't know, 11, 15 glasses of water.
Yes.
And the
Yeah,
next
you
day
kept-
it was, and I was like, the next day was this strawberry milkshakes was like 12 or something. And I was like, should have like been the opposite. Flush all that stuff down. I was like, let's do it again. Just like,
yeah, I can't believe how much it was kind of a lot to ask you to do, to drink all that water.
the water was
Yeah,
good.
and you committed, Javi. You were
Yes, you
committed in all of the ways, but with drinking the water, I was like, Javi is drinking all of the water. 'Cause
My favorite parts is like some parts, like the camera wasn't even on him and he was still drinking the water, and we were like,
like,
I don't think you have to do that.
Because I feel like you're hydrated at this point.
I think it's okay. Yeah, but it's very funny because like we were watching, because Carrie, myself, and Jenny watched last night together, and we were watching, and Carrie goes, Javi drank a lot of that milkshake. I was like, and he kept drinking it. She was like, why did he just pretend? I was like, because he is dedicated. He
The
can't pretend to
dedicated
drink.
performer.
No, it's also like, I mean, when we're, I mean, it's my first film, like, so it's like, so there's a lot of different things, like, I think we talked about, like, like who had the experience and stuff like that. So there's things where like you hear people like, oh yeah, we just mime it, or some people just do it. Then for me, I'm like, I guess I'm just doing it, right? It's like,
You're like,
and
it's
sometimes,
nested.
right, and sometimes even with like being with all of y'all and like in the studio, or if it was at the park, it was just kind of like, oh, we're on stage right now. Like, this is, I should just finish it, and they'll just keep filling it up. There's so many moments of that where it's like, think we're on stage right now. Like let's just go for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
What was happening there?
It's an
This is-
echo.
There was another question here. Is there a tally of how many wigs were used?
Oh yeah, we should ask Anne.
Oh
There
my
was a lot of wigs.
I had on
David
two.
says everybody was wigged.
You had two?
Henry's wig is my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, that's why it, like, if you watch, go online, and everybody who hasn't already, I think it's on YouTube, it's definitely on Instagram. But if you watch the timeline of Karen getting dressed, you see me in the corner with two braids waiting because I can't do anything because I have to wear two wigs.
He had two wigs on, y'all. It was two wigs that were styled into the look of the wig that Bacola had. Because it was a moment, but then eventually the wigs were always together, and you only had to do it the one, like with the one.
No, sometimes it depends. If you pull one thing out, that's it.
Yeah, then she had to read it, and she had like a pin in it. With me, all I had was the one little top thing, just so that for continuity, it wouldn't get all all messed up and look different, because it was supposed to be in the course of a handful of hours, so we couldn't be looking super different, which is why there were so many wigs.
Yeah, turn the wigs around. No.
Yeah, it was y'all.
Dream Girls, I know. I know.
Juliet was asking what it's
our
like.
family.
Juliet was asking what it's like at Henson Studios to work there.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, where's that? I saw that pop up in those Henson Studios. It was really cool. I mean, I had known, like, it's crazy. I don't know.
Driven past it a million times.
Yeah, driven past it a million
and like
times.
the gates, and I never even thought about filming inside.
Yeah,
it's just really cool. I mean, I keep wanting to like just find out more information, like see like old photos and stuff like that. Like oh my god, that's where I walked. Like I think I took a photo of his. He cemented his feet and stuff like that.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
But it was just really cool.
Yeah, so the studio was built by Charlie Chaplin in 1918, and it's where he made really all of his really great movies. So it was a real thrill to be there. And
yes, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny.
Jenny coming in with the counting. Jenny had a wait.
But when we were working there, so Juliet, there's the recording, there's the old A&M recording studio there, and I think Justin Bieber was making a record while we were there.
And what's his name?
Blake Sheldon.
Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
Blake Sheldon was an extra.
Blake Sheldon. Yeah, Blake Sheldon.
Yeah. And then they were like
the week before his wedding.
Yeah, and yeah, so the recording studio is quite active. They don't do a whole lot of filming there. They film some of the Henson stuff there, but people don't really use it as a movie studio anymore. When we just use it for the exteriors, and there were police sirens, helicopters, just a lot of those scenes we had to ADR completely because this was just too noisy. And at a certain point, I was like, how could Charlie Chaplin work like this? And wait a minute, his films are all silent.
Yeah. It is a very busy spot of Hollywood that there's just always like helicopters, always cars racing by. It was very loud.
Yeah.
It was always...
what? Sorry.
No.
Oh, I'm super grateful that we got to film at Henson because that's where I was like, ooh, I want to be like a Miss Piggy character. And David was like, yes. And I was like, would it be too much? He's like, no, do it. And then like I was trying to like tone it down. David's like, no, let's go. Let's amp it up. And I'm like,
oh yes, Nicola, my dad wants a compilation of all your stuff.
There's actually when Bacola's big monologue in the cafe. The buildings behind her, there's actually Charlie Chaplin's old dressing rooms, but they're now the ladies and the gents.
Miss Piggy and Kermit.
and there's so the gents has a picture of Kermit outside the front, and the ladies has a picture of Miss Piggy, but it's in soft focus, you can't see it. But as Miss Piggy is right behind you.
Easter egg.
It's also where they filmed, recorded "We Are the World."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, whoa! I didn't even.
Very historic spot.
Yeah.
And now we're part of history, guys.
Yeah.
Look at us. Thank you, David.
What's next, David? After On Demand, what's the plan for it?
Don't mind me.
I don't know, really. I mean, I think that we would like to have an in-person premiere, which I think would be rather fitting to do it in the park.
Yes.
I don't know whether we would do it as part of the actual season, or but I think it would be nice to do a free screening of it in the summer or late summer. I think that it would be lovely to have some, put it into one of the movie theaters. There's actually in Eagle Rock there. This place Vidiot's is opening, and they have a movie theater there. I'd love to talk to them about doing a screening there. And then I think that we might see if there's a festival that would have it somewhere. And then we'll do some kind of, not that people watch DVDs anymore, but we'll do some kind of DVD release and see if there's a streaming platform that might like it, So there's some kind of distribution thing that we'd like to do. I think it would be nice if we could get it onto Broadway HD or, one of those kind of theater-leaning channels.
Yes, Melissa, yes.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah. So, the nice thing about it, I think, is we had this downtime, this period where we couldn't really concentrate on live performance in the way that we'd like to. So it was nice to really work on making something that would be, that has a shelf life. The nature of theatre is so ephemeral that that's the beauty of it. It's there, it exists for a moment, and then it's gone, and it only sort of lives as a memory. And a video capture of that doesn't do justice to the what it's like to sit and watch something live. But I think that making this project is that it's hopefully we've captured a little bit of the essence of what our live shows are like, but a little bit more in the format of a film. So I think that would be something that if somebody said, to a friend in Australia or something, oh, I love this theatre company, they do these shows in the park, and you'll never get to see them, but you can watch this, and this is kind of what they're like.
Yeah. I know all my peeps in Nigeria are like, well, let's see it. And like my mom is like, oh yeah, we can find it now. So like that's really exciting for me that I like get to share with my family, even 9 hours away, 8 hours away. I don't know what the time difference is. We're gonna lose an hour tonight, by the way, everyone.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Daylight savings.
Oh, is it earlier, or do I get to lie in, or do I get up earlier?
No, you get up earlier.
Yeah, we lose an hour, David, which of course is just what we all need this week.
Sorry, David.
of all the weekends to lose an hour.
The cats are going to get me up when they get me up. So
that's
true.
The
baby's going to get me.
Yeah.
Fall back, yeah. Fall back is extra hour.
Well, we're close to an hour here.
Yeah.
Have we exhausted all the bonhomie?
There's so many comments. I was trying to look for other questions. Spring forward.
Fall back. Spring forward. Yep. Yeah.
They're supposed to just be permanent in California, but they haven't approved
it. Did that pass? Did that law pass?
People voted for it, but I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Are you talking like Arizona?
Yeah, or something.
Arizona doesn't have daylight savings?
Nah. They don't mess with that. They like counting this too much.
That
was the other thing too, right? Like we were racing with a lot the exterior shots with daylight, right, David?
Yeah, we had a lot of very early starts, didn't we? To try and get that early light. You know, if we'd been a proper film outfit, it would have been a couple of hours earlier too.
Yeah.
It's already
no, there was some sort of like 5 o'clock starts, I think, and
my favorites are like, we're gonna start later in the day. No one needs to be here till 8:30, and I was just like,
you're right. That's the later time.
That was the later time. So
I know it's not really not a good time of day to think about acting that early. Acting is something that happens in the evening or maybe the old matinee, but it does not happen at 5 or 6 in the morning.
No.
Everything.
Oh, the coyotes. Yeah, David, were they around?
Nobody noticed the coyotes, but there was a horrific incident with this poor baby squirrel on the first day, where these
so many things.
Hawks caught a baby squirrel and were fighting over it in midair.
In the middle. We literally, I mean, I think we weren't there in 2020. We were there in 2021, and it seemed like the wilderness came back to the old zoo.
Yeah.
Like there was rattlesnakes. We heard rattlesnakes. Where the truck parks, there was like a dead little baby deer. We saw so many hawks just going after squirrels. There was Mal the goat wandering.
Our scene in the caves where we literally have to stop shooting in the cave.
Oh, that squirrel with the sound.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
interrupting on the last day of shooting.
Yeah.
It was just like
every time.
Yeah.
The coyotes, I think, have gone to they live in Silver Lake and they moved out.
Yeah, they've all moved to a condo in Echo Park.
They're like in Los Feliz. Yeah. Well,
it was fun to actually use the bear caves and that funny spot up at where we did the firing squad.
Yeah, that's that was a really cool spot.
And we had to paint because it was covered in graffiti. That thing.
Yeah.
You were there, Nicola, weren't you?
I did, yeah. It was you and Carrie, and I just showed up. I was like, okay. And Dave was like,
we had to paint that the day before we filmed there.
Yeah.
And I went back there the other day, and it's now entirely covered in graffiti again. Not an inch. There's no vestige of the paint we put up there. But what was interesting to note was that that was a second coat of graffiti. That the anti-graffiti people had come in and painted over another load of graffiti, and then that graffiti had gone over the top again. So, I felt a bit bad that we were covering up this artwork, but apparently it's we're just creating a blank canvas again. So
yeah, I was like, thank you.
There you go. Yeah,
it was lovely. But yeah, one of my favorite things that about the filming experience is that there are so many scenes that we ruined, so many takes that we ruined just laughing.
Oh my gosh, all of the scenes in the dining room. Javi alone. It was so hard with those glasses. Even when I watched it tonight still, Javi, I can't with you. I was just cracking up. We'd be sitting there, Javi, with trying to get all the glasses and pouring. That whole scene that doesn't have any text was that was a challenge to have a straight face through.
Andre and the firing squad. Patrick, that's so much. It got to the point where we're like, we're gonna have to get out the scene. You gotta.
You're fired from the scene.
So hard. Then the jail.
So you and your dancing.
No.
You and your dancing when at the and there was no music in that scene where Bacola puts on the record and it's doing the
David told me to do that. David gave me choreography. Blame him.
Me and Brent just kept looking at each other and laughing, but we were looking. But it was because Brent was looking at Bacola, and I could see Bacola, but I could kind of see her little moves from from the side, put on my
There
eye.
was there was no song playing, so you were
There
just
was
dancing.
no song.
It
She
goes
was
really
dancing.
well.
I was like, you got this. I was like, okay. My favorite scene that We Ruin takes up is David in the when we hire him, when we're like, yeah, help my
Oh
husband.
yeah, the jail scene.
In the jail scene, and Erica's just supposed to sit there and look cool, and David is just pulling stuff out the bag. I'm like, I've never seen, like, the first couple takes, I was like, David, what
Well,
else
we
are
weren't
you
even
doing?
ready. I didn't know what was coming out when David threw that like fluffy feather thing at me the first time. I was like, what? And the ball cap.
All his bondage equipment was arriving from Amazon. It's like, oh, great! Here are my packages. It's like nipple clamps and ball gags and.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was really great. And I don't like, Brent was trying so hard to be like, I am focused, but then David started pulling stuff out. He's just like, what? Some of that was just fear. And Brent's eyes. Brent's like, what is happening?
It's rather strange. Yeah, Dr. Pinch's medical, his speciality, or his field of expertise is it has a long sort of backstory.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot in that bag.
There's a lot in that bag.
A lot in that
Well,
bag.
I had this show called Lawrence of America on the Travel Channel.
Yes.
And where I traveled around America, interviewing people who, I think, what do they call them? They call them subcultures. I don't quite know what that means, but so we go to we went to sports training one year, one week, and then NASA astronaut training one week, and then I was embedded with Civil War reenactors one week, and then we did 1 week where it was like alternative lifestyles, I think they called it, and so I spent some time in a BDSM dungeon interviewing these people, and it was, of all the people all around America doing these weird sort of quirky things, these were the only people I met that really didn't have any sense of humor about what they were doing. And I was there, like, it was a comedy show, so I was supposed to sort of riff on stuff, but I was trying to make jokes with this dominatrix, and she goes, "No, you don't make jokes with me. I am in command here." And
With David.
David, I thought you were going to talk about when you were a Chippensdales dancer.
Yeah, when you were.
I thought you were going.
I understand.
Y'all.
But it just made me think, as a vein of comedy, I've never really seen anyone cover that sort of territory before.
It's true.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought that would be interesting to explore as Dr. Pinch, somebody who's actually. And here we go.
Alyssa. Oh, Dad, stop.
Well, it's 10:34.
And on that note.
Thank you all so much.
That'll be part of the next film, David, the BDSM stuff.
Will it?
Well, so Live at the Porpentine is actually a sequel to a film that hasn't been made yet.
Yes.
Called Love is Renewed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just leave that out there.
Yeah.
Love is renewed. Get ready, everyone. Love is renewed.
The prequel.
The prequel.
Get
And
ready
it's
for that.
going to be
The
even
prequel,
more
not by
scandalous.
Shakespeare.
Not by Shakespeare.
Just by
Thank
David.
you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. You're so awesome. Always.
Thank you, everybody. If you haven't watched it, you can RSVP at icla.org/live at the Porpentine. At 7:30, right?
7:30.
7:30. And then hopefully it will be on demand, on the festivals, and then hopefully a premiere at the park. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Tell your friends and family.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye.